Alright guys, this is DJ Wolf Live. I gotta talk about this, man. And I thought about it, and I thought about it. I've heard comments about this on several occasions. And one of the comments was that Will Smith is not innocent. I'm gonna say that again. Will Smith is not innocent on this. And you know what? The more I think about it, I think they're right. I'm sure they're right. I know they're right. Because Will allow this behavior from his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, to fester. And I literally mean to fester. To a point where he virtually accepts what she's doing as being okay. Because no normal man in his right mind will put up with that. At least I would. I mean, I've been married going this year on 32 years. And believe me when I say this, I've been known to put my foot down too on my wife. I put my foot down. There's some things I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but there's some things I had to put my foot down about that I won't put up with. Period. But with a statue like Will Smith, who's worth well over $450 million, and that's his net, not his gross, that's his net. You shouldn't have had to put up with that mess from no one. And yes, I said it, but you got women out here think that you should. You shouldn't. To be honest. But the thing of it is, he allows her to do what she's doing out here, and he said that allows himself to put up with it. That's the thing. He allows himself to put up with her nonsense and her shenanigans. That's the problem in itself. He allows himself to put up with it. That in itself is a problem. Because as a man, you're supposed to be head of the household. And there's certain things you don't have to deal with as a man, as head of the household, with that kind of bankable amount of income. It is reported that Will Smith is worth an estimate $450 million. Alright. Jada is reportedly worth an estimate of $50 million. You know. Some stupid ass woman on YouTube, and I don't know who it was, some stupid ass woman made a comment on YouTube channels that I don't even remember which one it was anyway, that Jada was worth more than Will. Now how the fuck could Jada be possibly worth more than Will? Well, Will is the most bankable star in Hollywood. If he's the most bankable star in Hollywood, what make her more bankable than him? Please do tell. You know. But I know she said it for clout. This stupid bitch, whoever she was, said it for clout. And I'm gonna call her a bitch because she's stupid as hell. And she said it clearly for clout. And it's like, are you serious? I railed on her. It's like, you can't be serious. There's no way you can simply say that the most bankable star in Hollywood is less bankable than his wife. Are you right? Yeah, okay. Don't make me laugh. You know, to me that's completely ridiculous. Yeah, totally ridiculous. You know, completely asinine. You know. Oh yeah, he's less bankable than Jada. Just because Jada got a book out. Remember, Will had a book that was #1 bestseller. You know. Oh boy. Yeah. Because you know the truth is Will is an extremely bankable star. He's one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, and Jada's not even close. You know. Based on the net worth. You know. And she was on. They said she was on Today's Show again yesterday. Talking about the book, which drops today, Tuesday. What is today? I think it's was it 17? Or is it tomorrow? I think it's today. said today is the 17th, so I'm assuming it's today. But nevertheless, I'm contemplating whether I want to get the book. Now, I actually want to read the book. I read Will's book, and Will's book was fascinating, to say the least. It was a very fascinating book. Jada, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't support the hyperbole mess that she's doing. I don't want to support it. You know, but on the other hand, I want to read it. I may just go ahead and get it through Kindle. That's what I'm probably doing. I'm not going to buy the hard copy. But she's still coming up with more stuff. This is like, she was going to visit Tupac in jail, and he wanted to marry her and all that stuff before Will did. This is a whole bunch of BS. Right? Nothing sustainable. Just I've heard his hearsay, complete hearsay. You know, she's just out to make money to try to claim the fame or whatever claim to fame she had back in the limelight. You know, it just I just don't get it. You know, and today's show that she did, she was claiming, oh, me and Will still have love for each other and blah blah blah. Okay, so now she's trying to downplay what she was saying. Nobody cares about what you say here because you're so full of it. You know, the damage is done, sister. It's done. You know, you said what you said. You know, you would never, you never really was in love with Will. And like I told somebody on I think it was on Ricky Smiley, Ricky Smiley's YouTube channel that Jada was never in love with Will. And it's important when you go out in public and tell the world. Not just your girlfriends, not just your mother or your daughter or anybody else or your husband. You told the freaking world that you did not want to marry Will. In turn, you were not in love with him. How can you want to marry somebody you're not in love with? People have sex with people they ain't in love with. But marriage is different. If you are going to marry somebody, we are under the assumption that you are in love with that person. She admitted, I was never into Will like that because I didn't want to marry. I didn't want to marry Will. Therefore, you don't love him. You know, I'm gonna say that. But there are some people that do in certain cases. But she, to me, when you say you didn't want to marry Will, you didn't want to get involved with him. That's the bottom line. It's simply put. But people are saying, oh, you can't say she was in love with him. That's why she stayed with him. No. She stayed with him for the fame and fortune. Let's be real, folks. Why do you think she's in there talking about Tupac lovingly instead of her husband, Will? Come on. Wake the fuck up. She definitely does not love Will. If it was any regular relationship where a man, especially a guy who was famous, who had been around, there was a rapper who died, all right, or any man in a situation where a woman had used to be very close friends with her male friend, and she talked about all the time. I mean, all the time. You know, and you're married, and you are the one married to her. Wouldn't you question that relationship? Of course you would. And you got black women here trying to defend Jada for that. It's the same black woman who defended Will for slapping Chris Rock for Jada. Oh, it was heroic what he did. Really? Kevin Samuels, the late great Kevin Samuels, took down a woman on his site, on his channel. He took her to task, where the woman actually was trying to defend Will for doing that. You know, and Kevin Samuels went a ham on her ass. The thing after, you know, considering that Jada was the one a year or two or a couple years earlier had admitted to Will that she had an affair with all the world. You know, but But you got people talking about it ain't nobody's business what they do. You're right. It's not nobody's business what they do. So why the hell you put it on the streets? For everybody to know. No one would ever talk about that if you didn't want them to know. You know? People love gossip. They do. And they love when people put people on business, when people put this on the street. Because talk about even more. What do you think they're going to do? You know, I've been talking about this for about a week now. I'm still talking about it. It's still news. Well, entertainment news, really. It's still a hot topic. Jay is selling wolf tickets all over the place by the millions. That's her goal. That's her end goal. I don't even know if I'm going to buy the book, to tell you the truth. I don't really need to buy the book. I kind of know her history anyway, based on what she's already said. You know, her and Tupac was good friends. They used to hang out together a lot. She was a former drug dealer. You know, she's been in the streets. Yeah, that's by her own admission, not mine. That's hers. Okay? So you can't sit there and say, oh, well, you know, you should be saying about Jada did a great job of saying without my help. Let's be honest, folks. It is what it is. And she put it out there to be what it is for everybody for everybody to hear. You know? Because this is still falling here, baby. And I'm going to tell you like it is. She said what she said. Jada is a power-hungry, manipulative woman. She's been on video trying to manipulate Will. She's been on video talking about how her grandmother taught her at the age of 9 how to sexually satisfy herself without having the need of a man. Which basically what she was telling her, you don't really need no man. You know? This is a woman who said that she did not want to marry Will. So in essence, she was not in love with him. Okay? This is a woman who professed her true alliance to a famed dead rapper named Tupac Shakur, who she actually was friends with in school. Okay? That part's true. She talks about Tupac more lovingly than she does her own husband, who she's been married to for 26 years. Come on, folks, wake the fuck up. This woman don't give a shit about Will. But yet, yesterday on the Today Show, she came out to my, oh, yeah, we still love each other. Okay. You ain't talked about nothing about love with Will. Not as endearing as you did about Tupac. You know. And your daughter wrote a letter saying Tupac was her daddy. You gotta be really hurt, if you will, to hear your daughter say that about you, being all the father you could be for her and did everything you could for her, just for her to say that. Now, if that wasn't influenced by her mama, then who the hell would? And y'all women out, y'all bleeding hearts like that. I mean, y'all just be saying bad things, you can see it all day fault. Okay, I grant you that. It ain't all Jada's fault. And like I said again, Will put up with that. And Will hit Chris Rock for her. Still not sure why he even got up to do it in the first place. Like I said, it may have been coerced. I mean, you never know. Because he was destined to have won an Oscar, considering it was a lot of elements that played a role in that night. Well, Will Packer being the director of the Oscars, and you had another director who had just directed his next movie, which was Emancipation, and Harvey Cooper. The movie that King Richard, the movie that Will Smith won the Oscar for, was based on Serena and his Williams' father, Richard Williams. The life story of him raising them to be two of the greatest tennis players of all time, and they were all black. You know, it's a lot of factors that was involved in it. The host was black, Chris Rock. So you never know who played who the powers be that influenced Will from Jada to do what he did. to sabotage his whole career. And so I said, that part I can say Will is not innocent on. He's probably more guilty on that than anybody else at this point. I'll say that. But Jada, with her gossipy ways and putting her business on the street and throwing her man under the bus who was worth millions upon millions,